1 p.m. day one. We are on our way, carrying way too much shit. Everybody's giving us weird looks.
Energy's high.
Our first objective is to reach the Pioneer Hut. To do that, it's going to take about 2 days of walking, ice climbing through the Icefall, hiking on a rugged climbing path, and then ski touring up the neve before we get to the hut. For these first 30 or so minutes, we're on a pretty trodden tourist track, but once we get about part way up, we're gonna break through a little barrier, enter the valley, climb up the Icefall, go across the glacier, then up a moraine on the side, which will lead us to the Chancellor Hut, where we'll stay for tonight. It is 10 p.m. We were supposed to be at a hut. My bed for tonight is on the side of this cliff. Go up Suicide Alley, and then we'll climb up the Icefall. We're about to enter Suicide Alley, which is a pretty big rockfall zone. Made it onto the ice. Now we've got to cross the glacier and then find our exit point that will lead to the Chancellor Hut. The map is showing the entry point as being where this gully is.
Should I go? Yeah, you can go. I'll at least step off the rock so somebody else can come up. I don't want to cross until you guys are out from below, though.
Route finding has been pretty slow going in the dark, so we found a spot on the side of the hill. I'm gonna be sleeping in the grass on a backpack because I didn't bring a sleeping pad. It's on the side of this cliff, so I'm gonna tie in to that little tree.
Considering the fact that I slept on a rope, I slept pretty damn good. That's where we were supposed to be last night. And I think the path might actually be down there. Last night in the dark, we wandered above where we should be. So now that we've got some daylight, we got to figure out how to get back down, get back en route. Because this path is the only path that'll lead to the hut, and the hut is the only way to get to the neve.
It's convoluted, but it's one hell of an adventure.
Down climbing and a unplanned but welcome rappel, we made it down onto the path designated by some markers, so at least we know we're back on track. Do me. This has been a burly approach. It's not quite letting up.
be at last night. We made it to the Chancellor Hut, but there's a pretty big weather front coming in that's going to be bringing some really stormy, nasty weather. And there's not time for us to get from Chancellor Hut to Pioneer Hut before that weather front moves in. So we're going to try and get a heli bump from Chancellor Hut up to the Pioneer Hut. It's a little bit of a bummer because we've gone through hell to get here. At this point, it's kind of looking like the best option.
Made the decision to take the helicopter up to Pioneer Hut. A little disappointing. What is not disappointing is getting a day, at least half a day, touring in before a big storm hits. Staring at the south base of Douglas Peak for the first time. It looks steep, looks tall, looks